Well, we're late, isn't it? Late. Sorry for the lateness. Tumo, you're the first one today. Shegun Fatumo again. Adedamola second. Well, I'm sorry for the lateness because I just finished with the other program as Pastor Sunday, so I couldn't finish on time over there, so we couldn't come fast enough. But we're back. We're here right now, so I hope you guys are still waiting for me. We are talking today on how to start saving. How to start saving. So as you are coming in, please go and take your time to share the link. Go share the link, please, if you don't mind. Let's go ahead and share the link as you are coming in. And please share the link as you are coming in. And we'll be ready to go. Find where you could share the link, and yeah, we'll be ready to go. Okay. Welcome, everyone. How do you start saving? That's what we want to talk about today. How do you start saving? Let me see why the people were here. Okay. I did Damola 2 times. I think one is probably Kike. Oluwatoyin is here. Kike is here. Natalia. Charles. Adebayo. Jane. Shegun Matthew. Aline Paradis. Bonjour. Tokumbo. Okay. We are welcoming you. Welcome back. Nice to have you. Who is the next person there that we have not greeted? Joseph Deji. Thank you. He said, Pastor, keep moving. Thank you. Apostle Shegun Matthew Adedokun, Tosin Ajayi, Betty Muller, Justin Manyo from Berlin. Welcome everyone. Alice Riley. Thank you that you are watching. Okay, Merlin Brown. Praise God. Oshuko, evening. Patrick Imafidon, blessings. Welcome. Paul Davis Owen. Thank you. He says you are awesome. Joe Unji from Kharkov. Blessings, Joe. Welcome today. Sky Handsome. He's saying, Pastor, the Lord will reward you in Jesus' name. Amen. Esther Kuganja. Ediola Yinka. Gbemi Orekoya. Good evening, sir. Please, can you ask people to stop calling you daddy like they do concerning Nigerian pastor? Because you are not a typical Nigerian pastor. Yeah, I don't answer daddy for sure. I don't even like all the titles. Yeah, I just answer pastor. Pastor Sunday, that's okay for me. You don't need to call me names, daddy. But you know, sometimes some people just like Tosin there. He said he just wants to call me daddy for some reasons. I think he's so grateful. Maybe it's an attitude of gratitude or something. But you know, I don't answer those. I don't like those titles, Papa, Daddy. You know, I think yeah, I'm not into that. Maybe some people might like it, but not me. Matt Shemira Naro say good afternoon, Pastor Andrew from Illinois. Blessing. Nwabueze Paul says I should get started. I need this topic. Okay, I'll get started now. Let me just greet a few more people. Ediola Yinka, blessings. Keak Kie from South Sudan. Wow. South Sudan. Keak Kie. Well, welcome. Well, okay, a big work ahead for me today because I want to begin to talk to you today about how to start saving. So, how do you start? Of course, I've started talking about it from from morning, and the morning one. I'm sure it was helpful to some people. But so, how do you practically start saving? I want us to be very practical about this teaching tonight. And the very first thing you need to do, of course, is to begin to cut expenses. So, you can begin to start saving by doing very, very seemingly insignificant thing. People all over the world like to drink coffee and, and take some candies or take some biscuits and just take just things that are not really food and that you might not really need so much. But what I'm trying to say is that if you cut down on some of those things because they are not healthy for you anyway, the sweeties and the candies and the chocolates and the biscuits, they are not the most healthy kind of food. Same also with the coffee and all that, and some of the Coca-Cola, Sprite. They are not some of the most healthy food for you. What about if you will cut down on some of those things, those things that you are putting in your body that are not so healthy on one hand, and so you'll be able to win twice. On one hand, you'll be able to improve your health, so your health will be better because you are not eating all the candy and the sweets and the Coca-Cola. You are not poisoning your body. That's on one hand, you are improving your health. And then on the other hand, you are saving money. You are saving money. So, in America, for example, in Western Europe, coffee or candy and all those sweets, one time, people spend as much as €5 or $5 to $10 a day just on coffee and tea and candies and beverages, soft drinks. And those soft drinks, they cost you $5-10 a day. Maybe it's not every day, but if you begin to cut that down, that is how you could gain $5 a day right there. If you save $5 a day, that will give you $150 a month. $150 a month just by cutting down the coffees and the candies and the sweets and all the other things that are not healthy that you are eating. So that is one way already you can get $150 a month to save. All right, let's go. Let's keep on going. What about if you cut down on your luxury goods and your expensive things that you are wearing? Personally, people used to ask me what kind of clothes or things do I use. Before, at the time, I used to think that it is impossible for a grown-up person to live without a wristwatch. But now I've been living like 10 years without a wristwatch because I don't need wristwatch anyway because I have iPad, I have telephone, so if you have telephone, you have clock and timer everywhere right now. And so I discovered that for me the age of wristwatch is over, and most people who wear wristwatch, they don't even wear them for timer and for time anymore. They are wearing it to be cool. They are wearing wristwatch just to be cool, all right, to look, to be to be fully dressed. And what about if you stop wearing and spending money on things like wristwatch? Or some people wear jewelries all the time. Look at me. I never wear jewelries. What about cutting down on spending on those things? I understand for women. But even if you are a woman, you don't need to have too many of those things. Why don't you wait until you are blessed? Like my wife, for example, she's a woman, but she doesn't wear a lot of jewelry. She wears a lot of jewelry. I'm sorry, but she never buys them. She never buys. She doesn't even allow me to buy jewelry for her because she says people will bless you one way or the other anyway because somebody will always buy you something. It's not that she's expecting them. She's expecting that she should be blessed or something should be given to her. No, just that she's not buying. She's just depending on God. So why don't you live that kind of lifestyle to rather depend on God to bless you with what you need than buying things that you don't need at the end of the day. So what I'm saying is that you can cut up to 100. Like, can you imagine if you are cutting down on your coffees and things $5 a day, you are already saving $150. So which means that it's actually real for us to save $150 every month. And but if you cut down on, like I'm saying, luxury goods and things like that, you can, you might be able to cut down and be able to save more than $100 a month, maybe thousands of dollars a year. So that's just by changing your lifestyle. And because some of those things we are spending money on, they are in our head, they are in our mind. It's our worldview that is costing us to spend money on those things, not because they are absolutely necessary. Kike Moronkeji says some people in the UK spend $10 a day for lunch at work. Can you imagine that? When they have food at home. In a year, that's 48 weeks, that comes to 2,400. So if you are spending only £10, if you only spend £10, a day for lunch, can you imagine? That is 2,400 pounds a year. 2,400 pounds a year. That is unbelievable. Wow. Nadia Krivshun, привет. Сколько лет, сколько зим. Так рад тебя видеть. Где ты сейчас? Может ты мне потом напишешь на почту? Поговорим. This is one of my old members of the church, and I've not seen her for a long time. I know she's a missionary somewhere, maybe in Turkey or somewhere. So I was speaking to her in Russian, so sorry for that. Well, what I'm saying is that, we have so many expenses that we are not even paying attention to. Can you imagine? Okay, just imagine you doing lunch. Before too, I used to think that you needed to do lunch every day. How many times do you go to McDonald's? For example, it's not because of money, but my wife taught us discipline. She taught me and our children to be disciplined. So the way she started was that we would not go to McDonald's every week anymore. Not because of money, but she was just concerned for health. She didn't want her children to be fat and everything like that. So she would say, okay, we'll go to McDonald's only once a month. Some of you, if you go to McDonald's just once a month with your kids, you'll be able to save some money that way. Some people go to McDonald's every day. So you can save another $10 that way every day, or £10 every day. Or maybe not McDonald's, but similar kind of fast food spots. And that could save you a lot of money. So how do you start saving? By looking critically at some of the things you are spending money on and cutting them down. Cut them down. And there is money to save if you just be able to give yourself that target. And it's okay, luxury food is one thing you could cut down on. Fast food, junk food is another thing you could cut money on and begin to save. If you look at it, it's like $5 a day is small, or $10 a day is small. But if you save $10 a day, that is like $300 in a year, in a month. So you can have $300 for your saving, even not even touching your salary, just cutting down on your expenses. $300 or £300 in a month. So if you begin to put £300 every month to work, you discover that your money is multiplying for you. And if you do business with $300 a month, and that you could double that money. Even if you buy from one shop and resell in another, that could give you another £300 or $300, or it could give you another $150. So from having 300, you could have 500 at the end of the day. So another area where you could cut down your expenses is, what about restaurant eating? Before I used to, I try to take my wife out to eat in restaurant every week. Then later, not because we don't have money, but we just got busy and not doing it. Some of you are still going to restaurant to eat every week, or maybe some people even go to restaurant more than once a week. What about if you cut that down and begin to eat more at home, and you'll be able to save more than $10, or more than $100 in the average in a month. So those are the money you could begin to save. Now let's go to the big one. How many of you has telephone? How many of you has telephone? Do you know I don't have telephone? And I have telephone, but I don't use it. I don't even carry it. It's as good as saying I don't have telephone. And so a lot of people, it's like unbelievable that you cannot live without telephone. It's not because of money that I don't have telephone. It's just because, it distracts you too much. It's not making you to focus on what you want to focus on. It's making you to be distracted all the time, and other people just take your time and they distract you. So I have telephone lying in my house. I don't even put it on. So what I'm saying is that some of the things that we are thinking that we cannot do without, we can actually do without them. We can actually do without them, and they will save us money. So you are saving yourself focus. You are saving yourself focus. You are teaching yourself to be able to live right. And on the other hand, so you are becoming more healthy. You are becoming a more focused person. You are focusing on your goals. You are focusing on your dream. You are pursuing what you want to do. You are focusing on your priority. Because when nobody is calling you left and right, up and down, you are focusing on what you need to do. When you are not, walking about leisurely to restaurant to fast food joints, you are also, focusing on the things that matter in life, and you are doing what you want to do. You are deprived yourself of all kind of interference and unnecessary, disturbances. So that helps you too. And so phone is another thing you could economize money on. Telephone. And especially people in Nigeria, Africa, everybody wants to call you on phone, and they are paying for it. But there are other services that you can use without paying for it. You can use Skype, you can use email, you can use FaceTime, you can use different other ways of communicating without paying for it. And then a lot of us use flashy clothes, and those things also cost money. Those things also cost. So a lot of things that you can actually save money on. That's talking of where do you begin to save. Like, for example, I have maybe 50 pairs of shoes in my house that I don't use anymore. Maybe I don't use it anymore. I don't even get to see them. I don't even have time to wear them. Even though I have maybe 20 pairs of shoes right now in my house, but I only use about two, or regularly, just two. I don't just have time to even begin to look for them. I just wear two. So, why should I have as many shoes? I don't need them. So, but sometimes we are driven. We think that we need to buy new things all the time. All those things, all that money, we can save them and use them for something more constructive. So clothes, shoes, and all that thing. They are taking a lot of our money, and we don't even realize it. Same with first class transport. Some of us, we want to use first class car, first class airplane, first class ticket. Yes, if you have a lot of money, why not? Enjoy yourself. But if you are still struggling and you want to begin to have savings and begin to have savings culture and to develop your habit of saving, then you want to cut down on a lot of things that you are spending money on. You want to cut down on a lot of things that you are spending money on. Shegun Fatumo is saying, in the UK, most people get contract mobile phone and pay average of £40 a month. This is apart from the second phone to call Nigeria for about £10 to £20 monthly. Yeah, so you look at what, I think that's not a bad business, but that comes to like £50 a month or £60 a month. Well, if there's anything you could cut down there, please. But just check your expenses critically, especially the unassuming expenses. The telephone calls and all those things, they don't look like they are big thing, but it is normally the small things that become big. It is the small expenses, the small spending here and there that take away all the money from your pocket. Today I was checking my, I gave a sum of money to a friend, one of my assistants here. That was just a month ago. A month ago, I sent to his account 20,000. Just one of my assistants here, I sent $20,000 to him just because I needed him to help me pay some money. Yeah, because I was so busy. I needed him to help me pay some money. Now today, was it a month ago? Maybe 20 days ago. I sent 20,000 US dollars to this guy. And then I kept on asking him to go do this for this, send this to this. But now today I wanted to ask him for $10,000. I wanted to say, do you still have $10,000 there, so that I need that 10,000 to give to another guy that I promised some things. So you know what he told me? No, pastor. I said, it says go and see the report. And I went to see the report. I discovered I only have $1,000 left. I only have $1,000 left out of $20,000. Out of $20,000 in 20 days. I mean, that's the beginning of this month. It's not even 20 days yet. Why? Because little things, they are the things that take away your money. You don't even notice them. So that's why you must have critical approach to money. Now, that's for me. But a lot of people cannot afford that kind of thing, especially if you are just beginning to save. If you are just beginning to save, you want to begin to save, from the little expenses. You want to really reduce the little expenses, because they are the things that get big. Like I thought I still have $10,000, but in the real sense, I didn't even have $1,000 anymore out of $20,000. I thought I still had 20, because I thought those are little things, little expenses that I was telling the guy to cover. But those are no more little expenses. Little things become big. So, how to begin to save, how to start saving, that's what we are talking about. Look for the small expenses. It is small things that become big. And if you don't cut them down, you will never be able to save. So even if you are doing as little as $5 saving on daily basis, cut down on expenses on $5, that's $150 a month. If you are putting $150 a month to business, or you are just using to do trade, buy and sell, and or sending abroad or import and export, with $150 every month, you can be doubling that every month. You can be doubling that every 2 months. And that it means that your money is working for you, and you are getting bigger. And before you know it, $150 every $5 every day, saving $5 every day will equal to $150 every month, and $150 every month will equal to $2,000 a year. So just from $5 a day, saving $5 a day on candy, saving $5 a day on coffee, saving $5 a day on your luxury dress and luxury lifestyle, or telephone calls, flashy clothes, just $5 a day. $5 a day will lead to $20,000 saved in a year. And by the time you put that it will lead to $2,000 saved in a year. By the time you put that $2,000 into business and into investment, that will give you some money right there. But if you are able to save $10 a day and cut expenses of $10 a day in some of the things you are using for first class transport, car, flashy lifestyle, clothes, phone, restaurant, boutique, and others. If you are able to cut that $10, only $10 cut away from your expenses, only $10 on daily basis, because it is regular, because it's every day, $10 every day. If you are saving that will be $300 in a year. In a month. And $300 in a month, that will equal to how much in a year? That will equal to like $4,000. That will equal to like $4,000 or $5,000 in a year. So you have a good place to start. Don't give excuse. Don't begin to give excuse. Don't continue to give excuse that you don't have what to save, or you don't know where to start. We can always start from somewhere. Start from somewhere. If you save $10 every day, it will lead you to $4,000 a year. So, but with compound interest in the next 10 years, that $10 a day you are saving, it will lead you. In the next 5 years, 6 years, you can become a millionaire. And even by saving $5 with $5 a day, $150 a month, in the next 6 years, you can become a millionaire with compound interest. If you are having compound interest of 10% or 20% and a year, and you keep on doing that on regular basis. So when you save $5 a day, and grocery shopping, you can save a lot from grocery shopping as well. Yes, So if you are saving from your shopping, grocery shopping, $5 a day, that means $150 a month. But you must, what the key to multiplying is this: you must keep on putting that same amount, not less than that same $150 every month, every single month. Keep on putting it. If you keep on putting it in saving every single month, and every single year is cumulatively multiplying by 10% interest, or 10% growth in your business, that would definitely give you $1 million US by the end of 5-6 years or 10 years. Let's say 10 years in the average. So, but somebody did a calculation one day, and she just calculated. She calculated $150, $100, or $150, every month, and then for 6 years, and say, Pastor, this is just a little money, or for 10 years, this is not money. But that's not how it is done. You must calculate it together with the interest and do compound interest. It must be multiplied in compound in regards to the interest and increase that you are earning as well. So, and you are adding it every month. So it has to be a complex kind of compound interest. That is what makes you to become a millionaire at the end of the day. Yeah. Okay. What do we have there? What I'm trying to say is that money in the pocket, or the money that you save, only gratifies your soul. The money that will really gratify your interest and your future and your pocket is the money that you put in investment. So the idea of saving is not for you to just save and say and be able to beat yourself in the chest and say, oh, I've been able to save this or that. But the idea of saving is for you to be able to put the money into investment, or go and use it. Go and give it to somebody who is already doing something, who is already having some business, and partner with them. I keep on talking about that. Now, I spoke to one of my sisters one person the other day. She said there is nobody to partner with because everybody is a crook. But without trust, you cannot live your life. Maybe of course, you don't need to just trust and not give take a collateral. So you have to, if you cannot trust people, then demand for a collateral. If somebody is doing a business and he needs your money, give him the money, but let him also write something on you. Let him write his car on your name. Let him write his house on your name. Let him write or something of the correspondent amount of money that you have given to him, so that you have some assurance. Or let him give you part of the business. So if he have some form of document, not just the contract, but he could give you some form of collateral. So that collateral will give you more peace, because it's good for you to verify. It's not just good for you to trust, but trust and verify. Don't just give your money because anything could happen. So take something as a guarantee, as a collateral that will be able to give you some security as well. So, but at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is that savings work, but savings only work when you save to invest immediately. Maybe not immediately, but what I'm saying is that eventually the goal must be to invest. And the things that you are saving, you should put them in a separate account and not to touch them. But you shouldn't save money in the house for too long. If you are saving money for more than a year, that is too much. That money is dying. That money is being eaten up by inflation, and that money is going to be eaten up by emergency problem and emergency occurrences as well. You see, Ecclesiastes chapter 5 verse 11 says that when wealth grows, or when wealth increases, that those who spend it also increase. So you are increasing wealth. Anytime you are increasing wealth, it's just as a way of attracting people. Even people who didn't know that you have money, they just have a way of coming to find out that you have money. So as you grow your wealth, know that there are people who are lining up to come and spend it. They come and spend it. They will just know one way or the other. They will just let you know that or ask you to borrow them this or borrow them that, or that they have this problem or that problem, or they will be coming with pity stories and sympathetic stories, and they will be coming. They just kind of know. So that's why you don't save to keep. You don't save to keep money at home. You are saving to put to work immediately. And even when you are still saving and somebody comes to ask you for money, let them know that it is not your money. It is not your money. You don't have any money to give to anybody, because that money you are saving is no more your money. It is the money that is designated to a particular goal. It's designated for savings. So it's a saving money. It's not your money. And you have to just tell them that you don't have the money. And it's not going to be a lie. Some people are afraid that, oh, that might be a lie. It's not a lie. You know, when you tell the truth, that's the truth actually, that I don't have money, meaning I don't have free money to give or to lend out to you. I don't have money that I can afford to lend out to you. The money that I have, or the only money that I have, is having its destination already. The money that I have is already been planned or is already been sent for this and that. But don't tell them that. If you tell them that the money that you are having is for investment, they will say, you are so wicked. So you know that I need this money, and so investment is more important than me. They'll begin to tell you more stories. Just tell them you don't have the money. That's it. Just tell them you don't have the money. And that will save you from a lot of headache and a lot of explanations. So how do you start to save money? Start to save money by looking critically at where your money goes. And then block the leakages. Block the leakages. Reduce to have a target for yourself of saving or economizing $5 a day. That will give you some money. That will $150 every month, and $150 every month that is continually put together into a business that is yielding at least 10 to 30% income in a year. That will make you a millionaire in no time. And the same thing, if you are having $300, that's by saving $10 a day, you can save $300 in a month. If you keep on doing that every month continually for 6 years or 5 years, you become a millionaire, or 3 years even, or 4 years. So it depends on what you are doing. So, but the other question people are asking me is, where do I get 10% a year? 10% a year is no money really. No business will give you 10% a year. Otherwise, it's not worth doing business. So it's better to do business to go put your money in some business. Either you will do it yourself, which is the best thing to do. Any amount that you have saved, find out what kind of business you can do with it. And then any business should be able to give you 30%. When business is profitable, if it gives you at least up to 30% returns in a year. So if you are having 30% returns in a year, that is not bad. And if you keep on putting more money every month in, month out, year in, year out, and you keep on multiplying it at the same rate, everybody can become a millionaire really. Today I was talking with Pastor Sufficient about that. She doesn't even have any doubt in her mind anymore that everybody can be a millionaire. It's so easy. And she sat down, she said she did her calculations, and she knows that even becoming a millionaire is no more an issue for her anymore. It's no more an issue. Before it was a dream, but it's no more a dream, and it's no more an issue. It shouldn't be an issue for you if you understand all these laws of money. If you understand all these principles that we are talking about, you will be able to make money. And then, but if you cannot trade, you cannot sell. The Bible told the man with the unfaithful steward with the talent, he said, okay, if you cannot trade yourself, you say you are not a businessman, you don't have the time, you are lazy. Okay, at least don't be lazy to go and find someone that you can partner with. Go and find someone who is already making it. Go and find someone who is already successful. Go and find someone who is already, having some business. Open your eyes, look around you, and someone that is trustworthy. But the fact that they are trustworthy doesn't mean that you shouldn't have a cholesterol or a contract. Let them give you some guarantee so that you will also be at peace. So give the money to them and negotiate with them how much they will be giving you every month, or every 3 months, or every 6 months, or every year for the amount of money that you put. And then tell them that you want to be putting that same amount every month. If you do that, they will even be more satisfied, because every business needs more money. Every business needs more money on a regular basis. Every business needs financial input all the time. So, you could make arrangement on that, and then, you become a partner with that business, and that will be multiplying your money for you. So, the idea we are talking about is that your wealth in life depends on the level you are able to reduce on the level you are able to reduce your expenses. Your financial freedom, your financial breakthrough depends on how much you are able to reduce your expenses. Your financial breakthrough depends on how much you are able to reduce, not just the expenses, but how much you are able to save. But saving is not enough. When you save and you reduce expenses and save, you still need to be able to go and put in investment. You need to go and put in investment. So the key to saving is not how much you make. The key to saving is not how much you are making. I mean, I know people who are making $1 million US every month, but they don't save. They don't have any savings. Even though they make $1 million US every month, they are even in debt. With $1 million US, they are still in minus. They are still in debt. So can you believe that $1 million US every month, that's 12 million every year, but they are still in debt? How can that be? Oh, because they want to go and buy a yacht. They want to go and buy a plane. They want to go and buy a house, $1 million house. They want to go and buy this and that. You know, when people have money, when they feel they are having money or making a lot of money, their appetite grows, you know. Everybody's appetite grows according to the amount that they are making. So a lot of people, you know, it's not they make a lot of money, but they are not able to save. So it's not how much you are making that matters. So don't complain that you don't make a lot of money. Don't complain that you are having a lot of you are having too much income. It is not about your income. It's not about how much money you are making, either small, big or small. It's about how much you are able to save. It's about how much you are able to save. So, you know, the key again to saving is not how much you make, but how little you spend. So tell yourself and tax yourself, how little do I spend? How little do I want to spend? So it's not about how much you make. You can be making $1 million US. If you spend a lot, then $1 million will not be enough. But if you are making $100 a month and you spend you spend a little from that $100, you spend minimum, then you by the end of the day you will be richer than the one that is making $1 million a month. Because if you are able to spend less and be able to save, and then go ahead and multiply what you have saved, you know, and through investment, you will discover that you will overtake that guy that is making $1 million US a month. That's just the principle. That's the way it works. That's the way it works. Yeah. So your wealth level is directly dependent on the level upon which you are ready to cut, to limit your expenses, to cut your expenditures, and to discipline yourself, and, you know, cut your appetite and cut your ego, because those are the things that make us to spend more than we deserve to spend, or that we really want to spend. You see, this world we are living in is a world of pressure, an enormous amount of pressure. The pressure from society, pressure from tradition, pressure from family, pressure from money. And all the pressure is on money. It's telling you to go spend. All the pressure that is coming upon you wants you to go and spend. And because you're having so much pressure to go and spend, you want to go and work more. And because for you to earn more, to make more money, you need to work more. And because you want to work more, and then you are selling yourself to slavery. So this world system, you are being enslaved by the world system, and Uncle Sam is having the better part of you, because you have to go and work for more money, because you want to spend more money, and all the noise around you, all the pressure around you, pushing you to go sell yourself and sell your time and sell your resources more and cheaper and for a longer time. So you cannot be free to serve God anymore. You cannot be free to please God and to do what He wants you to do in your life. So that's why you must, make cutting your expenditure and cutting your appetite. You must make it a habit as well. That's another good habit that you can develop. Cut your appetite. Constantly reduce your appetite. Constantly reduce your ego, lust, and the things that you are buying. Constantly reduce your expenditure, your expenses. If you are able to do that, then you will discover that, especially if you are able to make it a culture, a habit, and you are so good, you develop the hobby or habit and culture of saving, you discover that it's so easy really to become a millionaire, and it's so easy to multiply money because the only thing you will be bothered if saving has become a hobby for you, or a culture, a habit for you, the only thing you'll be using your head to think about is where to find multiplication for it, where to find investment for it, what are the business you could do, and all that. And that's already easier. That's already a little bit easier to do. So yeah. So really, it's possible to save. And all those excuses that we are always giving, that we cannot save, we are making too less money, too little money or something, they are just excuses. We can always find where we can save from. So, like I said in the morning, find out what are your non-essentials. Find out what are your non-essentials, the things that are not compulsory, the things that you can do without, the things that you will not die if you don't have them. So you find them, those are the non-essentials. Find them out. The unnecessary items you spend on, find out those unnecessary items that you spend your money on, and cut those expenses, and then that will really help you to to be able to save more money for investment. So, and the thing is that don't worry how much you started to save, because some people are saying, what will saving $10 make a difference? It will not make a difference. No, $10 in a day, every day, $10, that will lead to $4,000 at the end of the day, at the end of the year. So that's a lot of money. If you put that in business and you multiply it, so it doesn't matter how much you start to save. And the most important thing is that you keep on saving. It is time. It is with time, whatever you are saving grows and becomes big. And it is consistency. Two things that make wealth to grow: time and consistency. So be consistent. Just keep on doing one and the same thing all the time. If you are saving $200 every month, make sure that you keep on saving it all the time and keep on putting it in business or in your trade or in investment. So, but it has to keep on doing. You have to keep on doing that every single month. That $200 has to keep on coming in every single month for the next 10 years or 5 years. If you are able to do that, then you discover that in the end of the day, through compound interest, you have become a millionaire. So it is consistency, continuing to do the same thing consistently and over the long period of time that makes wealth to grow. That is the key. That makes money to grow and wealth to increase. That's the way it will increase for you too. So what I'm trying to say is that you don't have to start by saving a big amount. You don't have to start by saving a very big amount. Start with how much you can. And like I normally say, let your target be 30% of your income. So start with small. If you have so much burden and you have so much minus or so much debt or so much expenses, okay, start with 10. You can start saving 10% of your income, but you always put a target before yourself that next month I will take it to 11 or 12 or 13 or 15, and next month, every month, try to improve on what you are doing. So somebody might say, what about if I have a debt? What if I'm in debt? If you have debt, my advice to you is that you don't spend more than 20% of your income on debt. So put 20% of your salary apart to be servicing your debt. 20%, not more than 20%, maybe 10%, 5%, 20%. Even if you are owing, a whole world, just don't spend more than 20%. Put your 20% for servicing your debt, and at the same time, 30% to paying yourself. Keep on paying yourself and keep on doing what you need to do. Just put it as part of your priority, and then but you don't make the priority of your debt to be of more significant priority than paying yourself. You don't make it a more significant priority than paying yourself. So keep on paying yourself even though you are having debt. Keep on paying yourself even though you are paying people. Paying people the money you owe them. So you still don't break the principle, and you don't stop saving as well, and you don't stop investment because you are owing somebody. Even though you are owing people, keep on investing as well. Keep on investing. Okay, in the morning I was seeing I saw your comments in the morning, But again, today I can't see your comments again. I saw it before 100. After 100, it stops. I can't see the comments anymore. It's a pity. But I'm sure you are writing some comments. Well, anyway, when it comes to debt, pay your debt. Don't abandon your debt. Don't run away from your debtors, because they helped you at a time. So, the most important thing you could do to them, go and meet them and tell them that, okay, you acknowledge your debt and take to them a plan. Tell them you are going to be paying this amount of money regularly, and that this is how much you can afford to pay, and that they should bear with you. And just be open-minded with it. And the same thing you could do with with people, just tell them that because if you are going to give all the money that you have right now to pay your debt, it might not even be enough, number one. But if you are going to use 30% to pay yourself, and you are using for investment, you are doubling money, you are growing money. So one day you'll be in a position that the money will grow enough for you to be able to pay them higher than you are paying them now, or to even pay them totally. So the purpose of debt is not to make you bankrupt. But some people that owe you money, of course, want to make you bankrupt and just run you down. But you yourself must not run yourself down. But don't also run them down too. Since you don't want to run them down, be paying them at least 20% of your debt. Maybe you could start with 10%, but 20%, but not more than 20% of your money, of your income, of your salary. That's what you use to service your debt. And so give them a plan. Let them know about the plan that you are having for paying them. Then let them know that you are not running away. Let them know that you are grateful to them for helping them at a point, and let them know that you are here working, and that you want to give them back their money. But once you are sincere, most people will really appreciate you. They will appreciate your sincerity. There are some who will not, but at least you are clear in your mind that you are sincere, and you know that you don't want any evil for them, and that you want them to be successful, just like you want yourself to be successful also. So, not more than 20% of your income. That is what you pay for your debt. Now, another thing you want to, when we're talking about saving, another thing you want to learn is, don't be in a hurry to make quick money. Don't be in a hurry to make quick money. Most of the time when we're in a hurry to make quick money, we lose money. Because the schemers and the fraudulent people, one of the things that really makes them to be able to get away with cheating people and defrauding people is that they are defrauding mainly people who want to make a lot of money immediately, or who want to make money fast. And so don't be in a hurry to make money. Don't be in a hurry to make big and huge returns immediately. Start with something that they could offer you, and just make sure that you believe in the people, you believe in the business, and you have your facts right. And somebody was asking me this morning about what they call it, forex. I said that's the biggest way not to make money, but that's the biggest way to lose money. So be careful about those quick money, quick making money, make money quick schemes that will make you to lose money. Another person was asking me about what they call it, multiple market, or multiple level, MLM. What people call that residual income, or making money, aside. Maybe sometimes you could make a little money, but that's not investment. But that could be good in giving you some knowledge about business or self-development, maybe. But you cannot make money that way. Only if you are at the top of the ladder, and we are one of the very first people there in that business, maybe you could make some money. But that is even not a guarantee. So network marketing is not a business that you could make money in. Only a few people make money there, and they are the leaders or people on the top. But it's better for you to go and do real business. That's what I would say. It's better for you to go and do real business. So when it comes to saving, you need some qualities as well. You need to be focused. Don't allow anything to disturb your focus. So once you begin to save, make sure that you focus on keeping on doing it. It is the consistency that makes the money to grow. And make sure that you are not just consistent with keep on doing it, but with the amount, or at least not less than the original amount you started with. Keep on being consistent. Focus is necessary for you to build wealth. Without being focused, you will not be able to build wealth or to even save. Another quality you will need is discipline. You need to discipline yourself. You need to discipline yourself before you could really save successfully. You need to discipline yourself in the way you spend. You need to discipline yourself in the way you relate to people. You need to discipline yourself in your own desires, in your own lust of the eye, flesh, and pride of life. You need to discipline yourself in your relationship with friends and relatives. You need to just discipline yourself in regards to money. And so discipline will help you to be able to multiply and increase your wealth as well. Especially when it comes to what you promise yourself. If you have promised yourself something, make sure you do it. Keep to your promise to yourself. But if you keep on changing the conditions and the thing that you promised yourself, you promised to do this today, then nobody knows about it, then you use that to be changing your words every time, you will never be able to really build wealth or even save money. But another thing that is important when you are saving your money is that when you are still saving money and you are building your platform, make sure that you also make sure that as you are building, you are saving money and building your platform, make sure that you are building relationship with people. That because it is through relationship that we have all what we have in life. Because it is through relationship you will know where to invest. It is through relationship you will know what sells, or you will have opportunities. It is through relationship you will hear of opportunities that exist. It is through relationship that you will that the money will come to you. So relationships are important. So not just build your platform, your savings, but build relationship with people as well. Look for business partners. Talk to people who know more than you. Learn about investment, learn about business. Just keep on growing your skills, your manpower skills, and and that way more doors will be open to you. You'll be having more doors open to you. Then another thing that will help you when it comes to savings is budget. You want to have a strict budget that you make sure that you agree with your spouse or your husband or your wife, and then you people don't go out of that budget. Let's say your budget says you have 10% for church or for God, you have 5% for your calling, for your destiny. Then maybe you have another 5% for giving of offerings and blessing of people, maybe your mom or dad or your relatives. So that is 20% that has gone that way. Then the next thing you want to do, you want to pay yourself. Another 30%. The next 30% goes to pay yourself, and that means to investment. And then the 50% that is left, you can use that 50% to now do whatever you want. You agree with your family. Maybe you want to put some for your children, for the expenses. You want to put some percentage for you, for your own pocket money, for your wife's pocket money. Then maybe you want to have some money to do your obligation, to pay your debt, maybe other things that you need to do anyway. So then you begin to go and pay your expenses, especially the ones that that are very urgent. But don't pay your expenses first. Don't be under the dictates of bills, because bills want to be your lord. They want to be on top of you. They want to be controlling you and pushing you up and down. So make sure you follow your budget, you put your priorities right, and you are not letting all the pressure, to be pushing you around. Okay. Let me put on my other computer. Maybe I will be able to see your comments from the other computer. Let me see from my other iPad computer. So let me see I want to read what you are thinking about this teaching, and do you think it's a blessing to you, and what are your decisions, or what are the things happening to you? What are your thoughts about this teaching tonight? So please write to me. Write what you are thinking about this teaching. I want to hear and see your comments. And of course, as we are doing that, I also want to call upon all of you to go and share the link If you have not already shared the link, please go ahead and share the link. Okay, I'm seeing Kike here. She's so smart. She's one of the few ones that are always giving the right answers. So Kike Moron Keji is saying, these teachings are so timely, as I was going through a stale period whereby I felt like life was so mundane. Now I'm motivated once more to save, look for ways to economize my money. I'm dreaming of all possibilities that I can achieve with my God-given purpose. I'm hopeful knowing that God will open up doors. Yes, normally when you open, it is people that are prepared that opportunities come to. It is people that have saved. When you are saved money, when you already have money working for you, when you are prepared, when you have prepared yourself, that is normally when money will come to you. But when you are not when you didn't prepare and you are just waiting for miracles, miracles never happen. Miracles happen to people who have already prepared themselves. Stephanie says, my brain keeps working so hard these few weeks because pastor's words keep ringing in my head, making so many life-challenging decisions already. So precise and apt. This teaching alone has reduced 85% of life's worries. Thank God, Stephanie. Shegun Fatuma says, I don't know what I'm doing with my land phone. Uncle Sam's system makes you buy them because they know we also need internet. Olukayode Ekundayo said, most people doing seemingly well in business in Nigeria are working with free money from politics and are not willing to absorb investors. The industrial sector, on the other hand, has a high risk due to lack of infrastructure. Well, there are a lot of other people who are not doing well yet. It's not just, you don't just need to look for people who are doing well, but you can look for people who have ideas. Like I said, that there was a man that knows how to do cars and resell them and make money, but he doesn't have money to even go and buy the first car because he used to have it and he spent all the money on his problems. So there are a lot of people who have ideas but they don't have money. Go look for those people who have ideas and they don't have money, and you'll be putting money into them and they are doing the work or they are implementing the ideas. So it's not just the people who already have money you need to look for. Look for people who have perspectives, who have promises, who have talents, who have gifts, or who have ideas. Okay. Cons Egg Woge said, Pastor, how about people who don't spend anything on those items that I mentioned, but still find it really hard to save? Yeah, you don't need to spend on those items, but you have your own items. Everybody have their own items that they spend money on that are necessary. Go and critically look into your items and to your expenses and why you are finding things difficult why you are finding it difficult to save. Maybe you need to go and listen to some of your old messages this week. Maybe you need to change your apartment. Maybe you need to change your, just find out where your money is going. And you need to listen to this morning's teaching as well. Go and find out where your money is going and do critical analysis, and before you know what to save. So listen to all the teachings before you could get your answer. Jermaine Trotter said, hey, Pastor, we had our annual prayer jam last night. Oh, well. Talabukon says, I bless the message of God I bless the name of God for you, Pastor. Okay. Please, will you write your comments, what you're thinking about this teaching and what this teaching is doing for you? Please, I need to hear your response. Is anybody going to write their conclusions and their decisions and what you've gained from this teaching? Another person writing? Okay. Somebody said, good comment, sir. However, if everyone takes this approach, small and medium enterprises may suffer reduction in sales. Yes, it could suffer reduction in sales, but the idea is not that you don't spend. The idea is that you first of all multiply the little you have at least 2, 3, 4, 5 times before you begin to spend. The people who have already multiplied their money, when they begin to spend, they are spending down their original money. They are spending on their seed money, but they are spending their, overflow. So the idea is that all the money you have first must first of all work and return three times or to 5 times, 3 to 5 times. Let's say you make $1,000 a month. Make sure that you, through investment, you have reproduce that $1,000 through the 30% that you have saved, $300. Put it into business, recoup that $1,000, and keep on working. Make sure that original $300 has reproduced $3,000. Then you can spend the first $1,000. So make sure that the money that you already have, the original money, the seed money, is multiplying. Once that one is multiplying, then you can now go on to spend. But you are now spending the overflow. You are not spending the initial money. So that's the idea. People who have already, the rich people are always spending money. Why? Because they are not spending their capital. They are spending their overflow. That's what I'm teaching you. But that is another level. We have to get to that place first. But before we get to that place, we have to start with somewhere. We have to start at least by saving, and to at least multiply the little that we have before we could begin to think about what to spend. Spending is no problem. People don't have problem spending. People have problem producing. People have problem making something, what they keeping what they make. Anyway, I'm not seeing your comments, and it's difficult for me to find even in my other computer. So, but I'll be back tomorrow morning. So see you. Thank you so much. Let's go ahead and share this link, and let's be a blessing to someone else. God bless. Bye.